So happy new year to all of you. It's 2015. Well, I'm sure you know it's 2015, but yeah, I just want to wish you all a happy new year, and I hope that you had a lovely 2014 and that you didn't really have to experience anything negative, and I hope that this will be a positive year for all of us. So you're probably thinking, what's this video about? Well, you're going to know what it's about when you do see the title of the video. This isn't really a video that I planned to do, because I actually filmed something like last week, but I haven't really posted it. I'm not really happy about how it turned out, but hopefully this turns out to be better. And if you do see this, then it did. Why is there a gap there? Then I'm guessing it did turn out okay. So this is basically going to be a video on things that I would say that I'd hope for 2015. Just things like that. You would think that maybe it's a like New Year's resolution kind of video, but I wouldn't really call it like a New Year's resolution. More like, my laptop screen just turned off. I wouldn't really call it a resolution, just kind of things that I hope to achieve this year, and some of the experiences that I went through last year. Sorry if it keeps because it's autofocus, so sometimes it do. So like if I come really close and I go out, it will okay, maybe it didn't really work that time, but yeah, it's really weird sometimes, so just bear with me with that. Yeah, so I'm gonna first start. I've got the things on here on my iPad of what I'm gonna kind of speak to you about mainly. So I'm gonna first start with some of my experiences of last year. So for those of you who may or may not know, I actually started university last year. So yes, I did move away from home, which was it was a scary thing. Oh, just to let you know, this video might be a while, so you know, get your drinks, cups of tea, snacks, food, because it's going to be a video that might take a bit of a while. Yeah, so I moved away from home last year, which was a big jump because I moved out of London, and obviously I think for anyone moving away from your home, from your family, it's going to be a bit of a difficult situation. It's going to be something that you're going to have to get used to, prepare yourself for, meeting new people, things like that. So yeah, I moved away from home, and I was actually very, very excited because I'm an independent person, so I was just like, yeah, I'm moving away from home, yeah, like freedom. But not saying that I didn't have the freedom that I had at home I wouldn't abuse that. It's the same what I would do at home is basically what I would do away from home, to be honest. Because I wouldn't say my mum's not strict, but she's quite she's a little bit lenient with the way, because me and her, we have a very good friendship and we're very close, and we speak about a lot of things, and I don't really hold back with what I have to tell her, because that's the type of relationship we have. So I wouldn't really overstep my boundaries or kind of things like that. So yeah, so starting uni was really exciting. I moved up here in September, and I remember the day that my mum left because she stayed with me for the weekend. I literally bawled. I was just like, oh my god, reality actually hit. It was like, wow, she's actually leaving me. And because obviously I live with just my mum, so it was a hard situation. I felt guilty. I felt like I was leaving her. Not more of that, oh, she was leaving me. I felt like I was leaving her, like I was going to leave her on her own. Who's she going to speak to at home? I felt like she was just going to put herself into more work, which would bring more stress and stuff, because she'd be by herself, so she wouldn't really have a lot to do, so she'd just work a lot. So that was kind of one of my main worries as well. And not one of my worries wasn't actually making friends. I felt like making friends isn't that hard for me, because I think I'm a type of person that I get along with quite a lot of people, and I don't find it hard to, you know, interact with people and things like that. So yeah, I didn't really have a problem with that, but I think it was just the fact that leaving home, not really knowing that much people. Obviously I came to uni knowing a couple people, but it was just different because the closest people that I was with, they were back home or they were in different unis and stuff, so it was a bit difficult. And yeah, sometimes I did get a bit emotional calling my mum, staying in my room thinking, God, do I really want to be here? I want to leave, things like that. But eventually, as time, like, I think it was like after about a week or 2 weeks, things did get a lot better. I started meeting people. Obviously, I went to the freshers events, which was really good. I had a lot of fun doing that. And like with fresher events, like I met a lot of people, people that I wouldn't think that I'd be friends with till now, or have long life friends with actually. But yeah, it's something that I would advise, that definitely if you're moving away from home, just try to like put yourself out there, try to make new friends, don't really hold back kind of thing, and don't really bother yourself with what people are going to think about you. Like, just be yourself, and I'm sure that people will like you genuinely for who you are. So yeah, I met quite a few people. Obviously you come across people who you're a bit wary of, people who are a bit wary of you, who knows why, but that's just what it's kind of like. You're going to meet people that may not be fond of you, and you're not going to be fond of certain people, but that you came to uni, I came to uni to kind of come and get a degree, obviously meet people, make lifelong friends and things like that. So yeah, that was part of my first part of the uni experience. I did go home twice during uni. It was for my mum's birthday, and actually at one point after Christmas I really wanted to come back to uni. I was just like, gosh, London was so boring, like there's like nothing to do. So I was actually excited to come back to see my friends, to meet new people, not to meet new people, to see the people that I met prior to going home for the Christmas holiday, things like that. So yeah, it was really exciting, and yeah, I'm enjoying my uni experience so far. Obviously it's hard work, but I think it's worth it, because the experience is definitely worth it, because you meet loads of people, you get to learn a lot of new things about yourself that you didn't know before. So yeah, that was kind of my uni experience up till now. So I'm just going to kind of go into the things that I hope for in this new year. One of the things that I kind of do I hope happens is that I become a better me, kind of. So I hope to become better in different aspects of my life, kind of spending more time on finding my identity, because I feel at the moment that I don't really, like, it sounds a bit silly saying I don't know who I am, but it is kind of like that. I'm still trying to find the person that I am, trying to find out what I want to do in life, what I want to do with my life, the type of people that I want in my life, just things like that really. So I do hope that this year that I'm able to find my own identity, to kind of find like of what my purpose is in life, like what my goals are, what I want to do, what is basically going to make me look positive to other people, to make, and like just positivity all around, just trying to make, yeah, just trying to be a better me. Because I think right now I wouldn't say that, yeah, I'm content of the way that I am, because I know that, yeah, I'm a good person and stuff, but I feel like there's a lot more that I can achieve, and I can become a better person. So hopefully I'm able to do that this year. Another thing is just becoming more organised. I've actually purchased a diary. It's really nice. It's a 2015 one, and it kind of opens like that. It's kind of like magnetic, and it opens like that, and it's actually really handy, because it has, I've actually used it a couple of times to like just like write in like when I have work, what my plans are going to be for the day, because I also do like I actually like write, like I would say like spoken word kind of things. So I've written some things in here, so it's quite personal, but yeah, I've written some things in here, and it's actually really come to hand, and I think it has helped me to become more organised, because I carry it along with me in my bag, so I don't forget things. So I'll be like, okay, let me look at my diary and see how I'm going to plan out my day, things like that. And I think that's really helpful, especially if you're someone like me who's not very organised and is quite forgetful at times. so it's better to write things down. So that's one of my main things that I'm going to do this year, is write things down a lot more. So like with this video, I've written on my iPad like what I'm going to do. Oh, that's me and my best friend. Oh, you can't really see it that much, but yeah, that's me and my best friend on my iPad. Yeah, so I think that's one thing that that is necessary for me to do. Another thing is becoming more healthier. Girl, let me tell you, I do like to eat junk food quite a bit, like any normal person, but I've noticed that it's taken a toll on my skin, like, because I've been breaking out, and I don't usually break out, and I think it's mainly like eating the oily foods, the greasy foods, but they taste so good. But literally, I'm the type of person, I like to eat healthy food anyway, like Caesar salads and things like that, couscous, all that stuff are mainly my favourite foods anyway. But I've decided, like recently, for those of you who see me have me on Snapchat and things, will see that I actually do a meal prep. So I cook loads of different meals and put it in containers, and that's what I eat on a daily basis. So I eat smaller portions, so that will help me to get used to eating smaller portions, not such big sizes that are overfilling myself, because I realise that I do overeat. So I notice that I eat with my eyes, so I'll look at something and I'll be like, okay, I want this, and I'm not able to even finish it, and then I overfill myself, and I just feel bloated after, I feel lazy, and I'm like, oh, and I don't work out, so it just sits there in my stomach. So that's one thing that I'm definitely going to do this year, and it's going to make my body look better. Who doesn't want a better body? And yeah, so, and I work out as well, and I try to work out at least 3 times a week. Like, I worked out last week and had to take like 3 days off because my legs were killing me. Literally walking to my lectures usually takes me like 5 minutes. It took me like 15 minutes to get to my lecture because I was in so much pain, but at least I know that it's working. So yeah, becoming healthier is a big thing for me. Also having a better relationship with God. Yes, I am a Christian. I wouldn't say that I am the most holiest person. No, I'm not that. I'm not going to lie to you and say that yes, I'm holy, I pray every day, blah blah blah, all that stuff, because I don't. Let's be real, I don't do that. But I hope that I can get to a stage where I can say yes, I actually do have a relationship with God, because I think having a relationship with God is a very big thing. It's a very big thing for me, because I feel like God is able to help me get through a lot of things. He's helped me to get over a lot of obstacles in life, and I feel like without him I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be alive, to be honest. And I'm really grateful to him that he's kept me for this long, and that is one of my main goals this year, to have a better relationship with him, to be able to read my Bible more, to worship more, just more things like that really. For people who don't know, I do sing, though I'm very nervous when it comes to singing sometimes in front of people. But I think that's one thing that I love to worship. It's a big thing for me. That's the best way for me to connect with God, to be honest, because everyone has their way of connecting to God, through prayer, poetry, things like that. But for me, it's worship, and I want to be able to, put into practice. I want to be able to put that into practice, to worship more, to be able to share the talent that God has given me with more people, to be able to bless people with things like that, really. So that's one thing that I also want to be able to get better at this year. Another thing is, of course, YouTube and my blog. YouTube has been very interesting for me over the past year or so, because I did start my YouTube about almost 2 years ago, but I stopped for about a year, then I got back, and I'm not very frequent with it, and I don't like the fact that I'm not, because I look at other YouTubers, I'm like, oh my god, I wish that I could be more frequent with it and things like that, but I get lazy at times, but I do enjoy it. So I'm trying to plan out a lot more videos and things, because I do get people who say, oh, I like your blog posts, your YouTube, when are you bringing more videos out? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll be bringing out soon, but then I won't do it. But I feel like that's something, because for YouTube I do enjoy it, I love it so much, so I'm going to try and bring out more videos, more blog posts, things like that. So like I said, if you have anything that you want me to do, anything you want to see, speak about, then just put it in the comments below, and I'm sure that I'll be able to do it. Yeah, I'm actually enjoying doing that, because I haven't done a talky video like this before, and I'm actually enjoying it because yeah, I know it seems like, oh gosh, she talks so much, but this is kind of fun. It's different. I like talking to the camera, well, talking to you and letting you know about my experiences and things. Another thing is, it sounds a bit cliche, a bit like, that's a bit rude, but another thing that I want to kind of address is not really caring about people's negative attitude to what I do and what I want to do, because I feel like a lot of people in this lifetime will try to bring you down and they just don't want you to be happy. They don't want to see you succeed, things like that. And I think that's something that because a lot of people can see that I have the IDGAF attitude, that I don't give a attitude, which is kind of true, but then there's times where, you know, I'm human. I'm gonna there's gonna be times where I'm just like, why are people like this? Like, why do you have to be so just so degrading? Why do you have to like make me feel like I'm not worth anything? Do you know what I mean? And I just feel like I just need to really let go of what people think about me. And I feel like that's a thing that a lot of people in this, especially people that are around my age, that they need to just let go of. Like, don't think about what people think about you. Be who you want to be and make sure you're the best at what you do. And yeah, just don't really care about what people have to say. Obviously, I'm not saying don't, like, take criticism. Like, criticism is a very good thing in my eyes, because you're going to have people who are going to let you know, like, no, this isn't cool, I don't like what you're doing. But especially if it's some people that you know care about you, take it, evaluate it, and see, like, and I'm sure you'll be able to realise and be like, oh, okay, maybe I should take this on board because this is kind of true. So I think that's something that's very important, and that's something that I'm definitely going to take on board. Another thing is just gaining more friendships, because back at home I only have a couple of friends. Literally, I can count my friends on my hands, like, which isn't really great. Like, obviously it's good to have really just close friends, but I think because I do have like a wall built up, like I find it very hard to trust people, obviously because of past experiences. But I don't think that should be the reason why I let it, because I feel like I let it hold me back from gaining more friendships and getting like into relationships with people, because I have that fear of someone, you know, of someone, what's the word? I can't think of the word. Of someone kind of hurting me or like breaking that trust, because trust is a very big thing for me, and I don't let people in very easily. And if I do let people in, then it's a big thing for me, and I think people who know me that know that that's a big thing for me, to trust people. And I do want to be able to bring that barrier down, but obviously it's going to take time. Like, time is a healer of situations and things that people go through in life. So I think that's one thing that I need to kind of look at really, and just try to make better for myself. What else is there? I think that's all that there is on my list at the moment. Yeah, but I went to church on Sunday, and the pastor there was something that he said that it really stuck out to me. And it's not even a religious thing. I think it's just for, even if you're religious or you're not religious, it's something that everyone should take into account. And I think it's something that I do a lot, and it's thinking to overthink. It's not bad to think, but overthinking brings stress, and I know that it brings stress, because that is what I would say brings me stress. Because when I think too much, I'll think, and I'm like, okay, don't think about it anymore. But then I'll keep thinking about it, and it will just stress me out. It'll make me frustrated. I'll get angry. Then I'll go and say or do things that I don't mean to do, but it's because of the thinking process that I've gone through. So I think thinking less and trying not to let things get to me is a big thing. And yes, like I said, once again, it's going to take practice. It's not something that is going to just work just like that. It's something that I'm going to have to kind of take into account, put it into practice. I think putting things into practice is a big thing. It's something that you need to do with basically everything in life. And I think that's that's another thing that I'm definitely going to have to try and do for myself, because I think it will make me a better person. It will stop the stress for me in general, and I think it will just release all the anxiety and just the things that I just put myself through, to be honest. But yeah, I think that's mainly it, to be honest. Yeah, so that's basically everything that I really have to say. Yeah, once again, this wasn't really a video that I planned out, but I hope that this may reach out to one of you at least if you watch this, and maybe there's some relations to what I'm saying and this may relate to you in some way also. I do hope to do more of these talking videos because I find them really interesting, maybe to just give you a bit more of an insight into what I've been going through in uni, you know, with like friends, boys, I'm joking. Just things in general, not even just about health, lifestyle, just loads of different things. So like I said, if you have anything that you'd want me to speak about or something that you'd want to be addressed, just put it in the comments below. You can Snapchat me, you can message me on Instagram, YouTube, anything. Everything will be on the down bar below, and I hope to have more videos out soon. I'm thinking of a blog post to put up at the moment. If you have any suggestions of things you might want to see for that also, just pop it in the comments below, and I hope that I'm able to do that for you. I hope I haven't spoke too much. I've been rambling for ages because sometimes I do realise that I talk too much and it goes on like a lot, and I may speak really fast, so if I speak really fast I'm really sorry, but it's something that I can't really help. But yeah, I hope this video has been interesting for you and I hope that you've enjoyed it. But I will speak to you guys soon, and have a lovely day, evening, morning, whenever you watch this.